Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm back again and we're carrying on with Tarkir Dragonstorm legendary creatures, and we're going back to one of the pre-con commanders today, and it is Eshki, Temur Roar. Blue, green and red for a 2/2 human warrior. Gets +1/+1 whenever you counter permanently whenever you cast a creature spell. If the power of that creature is 4 or greater, you get to draw a card, and if it's 6 or greater, you get to do Eshiki's deals damage to each of our opponents equal to Eshiki's power at that stage. This is nice. I like this one. It's definitely, obviously, I did the other Eshki version last week, trying to do my combo deck. This one's more straightforward. We want to ramp up, play big creatures, and just deal the damage with the Eshki in play. So, that's what we're going for today, and this is what today's deck looks like. So, as you can see, because we're relying so much on creatures for Eshki, we've gone with a lot of creatures. There's 41 in the deck. Kicking off the Glorious Shepherd, so our creatures still hit play. And then we have Ramp Elves, because we've got Arbor Elf, Citadel Steward, because I quite like this, having to tap a artifact or creature we control to add one of any colour. That seems fine to me. And we've got Elvish Mystic, Firenoid Elves, Landwar Elves, and then Sky Shroud Ranger as well. So if we do get some extra cards and land cards in our hand, we just tap this and put one into play. Seems like a good plan to me. Ramp wise, Bloom Tender is in as well to give us the extra 3 mana when we can get this activated when we've got Eshki in play. Bristling Bill's in as well, just to chuck around some +1/+1 counters. Made sense to have it here, along with a Temur Devotee, so we can filter our mana through if we're short of a colour. The first one of the creatures with power 4 or greater is the Temur Battle Cry. Yeah, this really does help us cut the cost of our spells down as we go along, so keeping this place kind of key. Then we've got Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. 3 mana for a 6/6, so we're going to deal some damage. We're going to draw a couple of cards, and yeah, gain some life, so that works. Cheaper creature again now is Wood Elves, just so we can go and find a forest card and put it into the battlefield, then shuffle. Enduring Courage is here, so we can give all our stuff haste and +2/+0 when it enters. I'm not sure. I haven't tested this deck yet, I'll be honest. I think it might work. You still get the power 4 greater effect, but we'll see, because it does enter with it, so we'll see. But we've got, Enduring Curiosity as well to draw some extra cards. And then more of the big stuff. So Agonsaurus Rex is in. Goldspan Dragon to give us some treasures, which are yours useful. Ighag, the Raised Boar, just so we can hit in when it attacks, get the creature card from our hand onto the battlefield, bounce it back at the beginning of the next turn, and then this basically, when it gets killed off, goes back into our library, so we can't complain too much. Chasm, Deepest Growth, yes, it doesn't mean we cast anything, but we do get some extra things into play. But we've got the Overlord of the Flood Pits for more card draw. We've got the Overlord of the Hauntwoods to give us those lovely Everywhere lands so we can get our creatures out quicker, even if we have to impending this. Railway Brawler makes an appearance as well. It's 5/5, but whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is its power. Not going to complain about that in this deck at all. Sinian of Calamity, just so we can get some damage in and destroy those annoying artifacts and enchantments. And then the 2 cards that we do like. We've got enough dragons to make Scourge of Alkis in here worthwhile. And then we've got Terror of the Peaks to back it up. We've got Verdalos, the Gearhulk, is also in. And Xenagos, God of Revels. Then we've got Ancient Copper Dragon to basically give us even more treasures and more mana to cast our big stuff with. Atali, the Primal Storm. Attacks, we get to exile top cards of everybody's libraries and play them, as you know. Inferno of the Star Mounts can't be countered and has haste and is a 6/6, so yay. Carrick Guardian is one of the new ones from the main set of Tarkir Dragonstorm. I quite like this one. Flying Vigilance and Trample for 6/5, and it's got hexproof until it deals damage to something, so you have a reasonably good chance of keeping this in play for at least a turn. Overlord of the Boiler Barges is also in as well to do that fall damage that we might need to something. Broodcaller Scourge also makes an appearance. Another one of the dragons that's come in from the pre-con decks. Whenever one or more dragons you control deal combat damage to a player, you may put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to the damage from your hand onto the battlefield. Going to be seeing this a bit more. Coma Cosmos Serpent makes sense, as does Old Gnawbone to give us even more treasures. Shriekwood Devourer is just fun. Whenever you attack with one or more creatures, untap up to X lands where X is the greatest power amongst those creatures. Thank you very much. I quite like this Treevoke, and we don't see enough of it. Titan of Industry is also in. We get the Rhino, or we get the Life, or we blow something off, put a shield counter somewhere. Ancient Silver Dragons in to give us that extra card draw and no maximum hand size. We connect once. And yeah, I've got a bit of a soft spot for this version of Ureni at the moment, so it's going to turn up whenever I'm playing Temur for a little while, I feel. Just having this come in and basically wrath the board with the amount of damage it does is always good fun. Woodfall Primus is also in to destroy target non-creature permanents, and then, you do cast these things that you exile with the Apex Devastator, so they do trigger Eshki, and you will hit virtually everything in your deck when you do this, so it made sense to me. Sorceries, ramp spells, so we've got Fast Seek, Nature's Law, 3 visits, and then Jessica's Will for the extra mana and card draw. 3 instants, not too many. Wildly Tutor, just to go and find a creature we particularly need at some stage. Counter Spell and Mana Drain for a bit of control. And then Artifacts is a lot of ramp. So Tantalite, Talisman, the Elixir of Immortality to shuffle everything back in when it goes pear-shaped. You know my saying. Lava Spur Boots to protect Eshki. Soul Ring for ramp. Arcane Signet, Farewell Stone for ramp. Lightning Greaves and the Swiftfoot Boots as well to protect Eshki when it comes in. But we have got 6 enchantments, which is kind of high for me, but you know, we'll see why. Frostcliff Siege is just good. We put this in, we name Temur, we give all our creatures +1/+0 and give them trample and haste. Rhystic Study is Rhystic Study, we all know what it does. Defense of the Heart, I've got a feeling we might be behind on creatures at some stage, so having this in to go and find 2 of our big boys and bring them into play seems like a good plan to me, so hence why it's here. Guardian Project just gives us that card draw. I'm not 100% sure if I like the Fallout one, but hey, it's the one that we've got up to today. Keep this in play a creature, you're going to get a copy, you're going to draw another card because you only have one of each type in this deck. And also Path of Discovery, we want to ramp up, so having the creatures come in and then explore to give us either card draw or land into play. Not going to be too upset by that. And finally, because I haven't really used it yet, Dragonback Assault in here. Bit of board wiping, and then landfall gives us all the lovely 4/4 red dragon creature tokens. Yes, they don't trigger a Eshki, I'm aware of that, but you know, it's Dragonback Assault. Why would I not be playing it? Lands, the usual selection of green, blue, and red lands. A couple of extra bits I'll point out. We have got Bonder's Enclave in here because we will be having creatures with power 4 greater a lot of time, and we may have 3 mana kicking around to draw the extra card. Mikor, Center of the Season, just to help everyone out a little bit and make some friends. And then we have got, because of the card draw, Reliquary Tower and Temple of the False God also makes an appearance for the first time in a little while, purely because I'm worried about recasting Eshki once it's been killed off in this deck. Beyond that, and Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth is also in, just so we can make sure everything's a forest, because most of our cards are green. So I figured that doing some ramp was a good plan. And that's it. It's a really short deck today. I think it's because most of the cards we've all seen before now. But I think Eshki, this is saying at the moment, Moxfield's telling me this is power level 3. I would suggest there are ways of making this a lot more powerful if you want to, because there are a lot of creatures that cost less than 3 mana that have power 4 greater, but they do strange things. I haven't included them because I wanted to be doing some fun stuff and keep it a little bit lower down. I did have a comment last week about doing some more higher bracket level decks, so I'll be looking at some of them later on, but I still want to just keep my new ones at the moment at power level 3, so that's what we'll bracket 3 as it is. So that's what most of the decks are, but later in the week, you never know, we'll see what happens. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's been short today, I'm aware of that. So please, if you can, hit the subscribe button down below. I'm sitting at 650 at the moment, so thank you to all the people who have subbed recently. I do appreciate it. If you want to see me play this deck, come and join me over on Twitch. You can see me over there playing them on a Thursday night, Sunday afternoon over in the UK time. At the moment, I try and get one in on a Monday or Tuesday as well because of things that are going on at home. So we'll see if that continues. But for now, thanks for watching. Take care. And I'll be back tomorrow with another one. But I don't know what yet. But so have to come back and be surprised. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.